Oh, my people. My people. Nuggets over the Lakers 131 to 126. Let me get this all going here on all the platforms. All right, I think we're good there. All right, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh, my people. Okay, I'm not supposed to feel this way. While I'm prepping here, I was listening to a little bit of Spectrum, and Spectrum, listen, they're breathing very positive vibes. Hey, Lakers should have never been in this game. You had 37 players that were not playing in this game. They're completely right. I completely understand it. But why do I feel the way I feel right now? Why do I feel like a win just got ripped away from the Lakers for a quick second there? I think the Lakers are going to win this game. Not that they should have been in this game. Not that they should have been, in the final minute half of the game. They're the Lakers in a phenomenal position to win at Denver and potentially steal a big-time game where not only does this make it 2-1 Lakers over Denver, and then you still got another game coming up against them coming up in the next week or so. I know I should have walked into this game with zero expectations of beating the Denver Nuggets. 100% should not have felt like the Lakers are going to beat the Denver Nuggets. But with 1 minute left in the game, I thought the Lakers were going to beat the Denver Nuggets. I didn't think they were going to beat Denver when at the end of the first quarter, they're up by 8. It's like, all right, well, Denver's probably going to make a run here. I didn't think they were going to beat Denver going into the fourth quarter. But when Denver went up 5 and Lakers kept hitting threes, kept hitting big buckets, and when Dalton Knecht dunked and almost, it's one of the worst things you could watch in the NBA when a guy dunks the ball and either doesn't let go in time or holds on for too long, and he flips back and hits his head on the hardwood. At that moment, I'm like, I think Lakers are winning this game. I think they're actually going to walk into Denver and win this game, and I had it all prepared. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. All right, this is great. What do I got to do from here? I don't got to do anything. I just got to sit here, celebrate with Laker fans that the Lakers just snuck in and somehow found a way to beat to. That's literally all that I was paying attention to this entire time. I'm like, can that actually happen? Can they be in a position to actually do this? And they were so close to doing it. They were so close to making it happen, and it didn't happen. So I should not feel the way that I feel right now. I really shouldn't. I genuinely should not feel. I felt like the Lakers let one go. Should I feel that way? I mean, is that absurd for me to actually think that way, that you're playing in Denver? You don't have – I'm going to list out all the players that didn't play for the Lakers tonight. Let's just kind of go through the list. There's 37 players that didn't play, and for some reason I have an empty feeling tonight. Gabe Vincent didn't go. Dorian Finney-Smith didn't go. Luka Doncic didn't go. Jackson Hayes didn't go. LeBron James didn't go. Rui Hachimura didn't go. You literally can't name off more people that couldn't go for the Lakers tonight. And here I am. I got this just dumb feeling of, why didn't they win tonight? I thought they had it for a quick second there, and they didn't make it happen. And I have sort of an empty feeling what I should not. Give me 1 second here. All right. I got to just make sure of one thing. Isn't that weird? I should not feel that way. I really, really should not feel that way. And I have like a little bit of an empty feeling inside of me. I'm like, Jesus, I should have never at any point thought that the Lakers were going to win this game. They didn't. Can I point out somebody? God, I'm such a whiner and a complainer right now. Can I point out a couple key possessions that, and I know somebody said on here, Jamal Murray, just a complete killer for the Lakers. He's a complete killer. Can I point out a name that didn't do something, they should have done something and didn't make it happen? All right, let me get JJ here first, and then I'm going to continue to bitch and complain here in just a second. Here's Redick talking.
How Denver ends up scoring so many times, but how do you balance the emotions there of kind of being proud of the effort and the energy, and then nonetheless feeling the sting of the loss at the end?
Yeah, I'm proud of the group for their level of fight and resiliency, particularly not getting off to a great start there in the second half. Our transition defense was pretty bad from the first 6 minutes on. And then, fighting back and taking the lead. There's a lot we could have done better, but the group competed tonight and gave ourselves a chance to win.
You said you're not sure exactly when
you
start to get bodies back, but the spirit, can you carry that out of this game as now you start to add a few guys back in and try to reclaim the not necessarily the winning streak you were on, but just that level of play again?
Yeah, the spirit was great. I think it's been that and will continue to be that. And I think it was a good opportunity for a number of guys to play bigger minutes, and Shake in particular, Christian defensively in the second half was awesome. So happy for those guys that they played well.
JJ, people who've been around Austin like yourself, like us, know his level of competitiveness, but what did you kind of make of his performance and his toughness tonight?
Yeah, I certainly asked a lot of them on the second night of a back-to-back, not just the 40 minutes, but just the vast majority of playmaking duties. And I thought he did an outstanding job. And
they had him.
Again, I hate to keep using the word organization, but when we were very intentional and organized about what we were doing, I thought we created some fantastic offense.
Fire everybody.
When you
cut them all,
Jordan Goodwin back from this team on a two-way after he was with you in training camp, did you have a sense he could be this player for you? What gave you that sense? Because there's been a handful of performances.
I don't know the exact date he joined our preseason gym, but what would have happened sooner had he not hurt his hamstring. The coaching staff was all fighting for him.
How's Dalton after the fall?
His back and head apparently are okay. I guess he cramped on takeoff.
Koloko, I think, ends up being like plus 13. It just seemed like he made a difference defensively around the rim. Hasn't played a lot lately, but what did you make of him hanging in there tonight in a tough matchup? And does that give you any confidence as you move forward here?
Yeah, it does. I think, again, Goody, Christian, Trey, we've gotten incredible value out of those guys and love having them in our program.
JJ, you said pregame, you mentioned that maintaining perspective with the messaging, with the group. What was the messaging after tonight?
Just that very, very proud of their fight and the way they started the game and the resiliency they showed to get back in the game. And there's I think the play that Jokic got the and one.
Killer.
I'll take some ownership of that just because that was a short timeout and I ran on the floor to check on DK and then I ran back and I didn't have time to really get us the right substitutions and matchups that I would have wanted. And that's not a knock on CK, but I just kind of put him in a tough spot, knowing that Jokic was going to go quick. So, and then, last play, I just no comment on that one.
All right, let's talk about it. All right, we did the whole. Listen, I'm gonna give you guys a perspective that I'm gonna have in this post-game show tonight. I know they're not expected to win. I know they're like I said, they weren't expected to win, and people can be very positive about how the Lakers played tonight. You should, you really genuinely should. But I'm still gonna bitch and complain about some things because they literally had the game. I thought the play of the game, I was about to say it before we went to JJ Redick, the play of the game was that foul by Christian Koloko on Nikola Jokic. Why are you fouling him? You're up 3. You don't need to foul him. And it's interesting that JJ was saying right there. I thought defensively for the Lakers, I thought for a second there, I'm like, okay, what are they doing? If they're not doubling him, they're probably not doubling him with the message of saying, hey, we don't need to double him. We're up 3. If he hits a shot, we're still up 1 and we're still in a good position going the other way. No double came. So then you just kind of assumed, all right, their game plan must be if they're not doubling, which, by the way, There are a lot of times they're blitzing Jokic, and I do think that's the best way that you can guard him. But maybe because they're up 3, they're kind of playing the odds here. That foul by Koloko, that's a game changer. That's a game changer. That's one of the plays. The next play with Jamal Murray taking the 3, I don't know what Koloko and Dalton Knecht were doing. I have no idea what they were doing. I know they were worried about Jokic. I know they didn't want Jokic to get the ball. If he gets it, maybe free throw line extended. Jokic is going to go straight to the basket. It's Nikola Jokic. He's the best player in the world. We all know that. They let Jamal Murray take a wide open 3. Guys, I'm going to say this again. I know they're not supposed to win this game. I completely understand that. I had zero expectations of them winning this game. But when there was 1 minute left in the game and they went up by 3 and Dalton Knecht got that dunk, now I'm sold they're going to win the game. I'm like, I'm going to go get a glass of wine to start off this post-game show and let's get things started here. It was the expectation that you felt like you got it, and then it was the realization, oh yeah, these guys don't really know what they're doing. They just don't. There was for Christian Koloko, I obviously think he was kind of caught in between, and it is Nikola Jokic. He's going to use his body. He's going to be smart. He's going to try draw foul. But when you're up 3, there's no excuse for an and 1. And then that possession that JJ Redick said, I have no what do you say? I got no comment on. You could tell when he put his head down, like, what the F just happened here? One of you have to guard Jamal Murray. And then I saw Spectrum. They started playing, hey, here's Jamal Murray against the Lakers. Here's a buzzer beater where Anthony Davis goes into the stands. Here's another one where he hits a runner and ends up beating the Lakers again. What was that? I think game 5 or whatever it was. It's the Jamal Murray show, it seems like, always against the Los Angeles Lakers. The difference tonight, obviously, Lakers didn't have anyone. I named off all the players that they didn't have. They didn't have 39 guys that didn't play tonight. So, of course, this shouldn't have been a good game. Of course, it shouldn't have been a close game. But sometimes don't you feel like they deserve to win that game? They put themselves in a position to actually win that game. Goodwin hitting some threes. Dalton Knecht hitting some threes. Austin Reaves, as phenomenal as he was. Markieff getting in the action and hitting a couple of big buckets. Shake Milton having a pretty good game other than that inbounds. But damn, it felt like they actually should have won that game. And the reality is they shouldn't have won that game. But with a minute left to go, they put themselves to get that W. Am I a little overly critical right now? I am. I understand that. Was this unbelievable effort from a team that should have been nowhere near the Denver Nuggets? Absolutely shouldn't have been. But they deserve to win that game. And if it wasn't for a couple mental errors, they win that game. All right, let's take a look at some of the comments here. Just something to keep in mind. What are they doing? They're showing the highlights right here. Oh, that was tough. They really put themselves in an unbelievable spot. Watching some of these highlights right now. I'm looking at some of these individual players too. Dalton Knecht, 32 tonight. 13 of 27 from the field in 37 minutes of play. Austin Reaves, 37, 13, and 8 with 4 steals for Austin Reaves tonight. Just phenomenal. You can't ask for anything more. Vando, 9 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, all hustle. Shake Milton, I mentioned, had the 16 points and the 5 rebounds. Bronny James got in the action, had 5 points on his own. Markieff, I told you, had the 7. Who else am I missing here? Jordan Goodwin had 10 and 6. So you had a lot of guys playing hard, a lot of guys contributing, a lot of guys doing everything they can to try to sneak away with the W. But unfortunately, in the NBA standings, listen, I think this game was good for the Lakers either way, just to kind of fight against Denver and just to continue to play as tough as they can and to continue to show that no matter what happens in a game, the Lakers are going to be there. And, you know, you're never going to have to question their effort or anything along those lines. So I think that part's important. Let me actually jump. So they're showing the highlights here. Austin Reaves gets the ball stolen from him with 2:32 left. Lakers go down 5. This is when I thought they were going to win. Dalton Knecht hits a corner 3. They get it down to 2. Denver came back and scored. I can't remember. Somebody hit free throws. It might have been Jokic. Then Goodwin hits a three in the corner. I'm like, oh my God, this team will not go away. They just won't go away. They're down 1. Then Jokic gets it. Austin Reaves rips the ball out of his hands. Lakers come back the other way, find a way to take the lead. It's like, are Lakers actually going to win this game? By the way, it was well over a minute or well under a minute left, because when Reaves got the shot to go up 124-123, that's when they were up 1. Denver has a bad possession again. It's a turnover, and the dunk that Dalton Knecht got was with 52 seconds left. And at that point, you thought, if they get one freaking stop on the other end here, they're going to win. So Lakers obviously end up losing the game. But one of the things I was going to say, I do think some of the positives in a game like this is guys that weren't even in the game. Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron back at home, Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura. I think all these guys who weren't in this game tonight, they had to have some kind of a feeling inside of them like, hey, we appreciate the fight, the hustle. I'm sure there's a lot going on in their head about saying, hey, once we get back out on the floor, we want to be able to contribute and try to help this team. But when you go look at the standings, you don't get almost wins. There isn't a column for almost wins. And there also isn't a column for you got a lot of guys that are injured or you got a lot of guys that weren't playing. There just is not a column for any of that stuff. So at the end of the day, I still think a loss like this can have value. But, for the Lakers, it is 4 losses in a row. They go 0-4 on their road trip. And just when you thought they had a real shot at winning this game, it just slips away. So unfortunately for the Lakers, it didn't happen. All right, let's take a look at some of the comments here. Let's take a look at what everybody's got to say. I start some here when JJ was talking. JJ about to cry. I don't blame him. That dude thought for a quick second, they're like, holy, is the bleeding about to stop? And we're about to get a win against Denver. And, you kind of hold on and understand that you got a couple games coming up that are very winnable against Phoenix and a winnable game against the San Antonio Spurs. And then by the time maybe you get Milwaukee and Denver again, or Denver and Milwaukee, I think is the way it goes. Maybe a couple guys are coming back. But who would have thought they were going to be in this either way? I'm not happy either. Gave the game to Denver. I think we're overreacting a little bit, but you guys know what I'm talking about. If you were watching this game, you had a moment there where you're like, I think this is going to be a Lakers win. Anyone else punching the air like me, I'm with you. Stone haymakers. We had it, Leslie. It's okay to feel disappointed. True. How don't you run Murray off the 3-point line? Terrible defense. Yeah, that just kind of shows just the position the Lakers were in as far as some of the players' lack of experience and everything else. All right, now I got a couple positive comments after this 6th seed. Here we come. Proud Laker fan. Heck of an effort tonight by the squad. I'm feeling good in a loss. I don't care. Great effort. So obviously a lot of people there, it's split. I'm sure even those that were disappointed in the loss are going to sit back and say, damn, how the hell were they even in this game? And I think those that are sitting here saying, hey, I don't care that they lost. I'm proud of the effort that they gave in, are also probably saying to themselves, steal that game and to win that game. All right, let's get a couple more, get some more comments here. Francis, thank you for the super, brother. I appreciate you. Love how AR and Dalton are back in their groove. Yeah, you're right about that. That's what I mean about sometimes it can definitely be one of those situations where even in an L, good things can happen. And what I'm referring to there is Austin Reaves has had a couple games now where he's looked more like Austin Reaves. Okay, that's going to be beneficial for when Luka, LeBron, and when everybody's playing together, obviously as you get kind of closer here to the postseason. Dalton Knecht, I got to look at Knecht there for a second. I want to see Knecht over the last few games here. Against the Knicks in that overtime game, 11-4. Lost to Boston, he went 9-5. Last 3 games, 19-4, 10-5-3, and then today 32 points. You know what I think is more important about Dalton is he's showing up again, right? Like you actually feel like he's comfortable. You don't feel like he's thinking. You feel like he's just kind of doing his own thing. All right, let me get one here from Instagram. Carson, 2018. Just more bummed for them how hard they worked and to almost have it. Completely fair. I'm with you on that. Eric on Instagram. Damn, we needed to steal that W, and they had a chance to do it. Coloco was pissed at himself. He knew. You're right about that. Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of these guys, they know where they made mistakes, or they know where. I mean, the and one to Nikola Jokic. There's just, if you're up 3 and somebody is right around the basket, the only way they could tie the game is if you give them an and one, and you got to just do one or the other. You know, I know Jokic had missed a free throw earlier, or a couple possessions earlier. Do one or the other. Either foul him and use both of your arms to make sure he doesn't have a chance at an and one, or don't foul him at all. The last thing you could do is walk away with a 3-point play, and that's what happened. Let's get another one in here. David Gomez, Clippers win, Lakers lose. Great day in LA. Love you, Sleep Porky. Damn, that one hurt right there. David, that one hurt. First off, I appreciate the super. So thank you very much for doing that. I'm going to take it that you're a Clippers fan. All right, let's take a look at the standings real quick here. David goes for the throat. Doesn't even take his shoes off when he comes in the house. Shoes are muddy and he's walking all over the place. Unbelievable, this guy. All right, let me give everyone, I want to just look here to see if anybody's talking. Standings wise, what does this put the Lakers? They're now officially in 5th. Looks like Memphis lost today. So there's just moving chairs, musical chairs right now for everybody. Literally everybody's all over the place. It's now Denver 2, Houston moved up to 3, Memphis fell to 4, Lakers all the way down to the number 5 spot. So that's where the Lakers are sitting right now. That unfortunately is their spot, is their position. Lakers still got a pretty good lead on the Clippers and some of these other teams, and I think at this point is just trying to hold on to being top 5. Reaves is talking right now. Let's take a quick listen. Here's Austin Reaves after the Lakers loss. Here it is.
Taking the 3-point lead in the final minute, but then, Denver executing down the stretch and getting the win, kind of the pain of that versus the pride, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to win, and regardless of who you take the floor, with, we feel like we could, win, and, we went and put ourselves in a good position to do that. And, I missed a midi with probably 28 seconds left.
He did. Needed that.
And to go up to.
Needed that.
They come down. They kind of went to what they went to the last 2-3 minutes. And Dalton got on the high side because we were fronting Jokic, and he kind of walked him up, held him into the screen, and Jamal got a wide open 3 and made it. Losing sucks, but I'm happy with what these guys in the locker room did tonight.
I know you're focused on the team and the result and everything, but you've shown now pretty consistently you can carry a much bigger load when needed. LeBron missed the game a couple weeks ago. Tonight, no LeBron or Luka. How just the confidence that you have in your own individual game, how has that grown over the years?
I think I've weirdly been confident for a long time. It's just being on the stage for the world to see. But I tell you all the time, I just try to play the game the right way. And when shots fall, it looks good. When shots don't fall, everybody's ready to kill me. So, everybody in the locker room, did what they had to do to win. And unfortunately, we didn't get it done. But they made it easy for me out there, just putting me in the right positions.
Second night of a back-to-back, you guys have 3 starters back in there that are hurt. Another handful of rotation players here that weren't playing. Why was it important for you to play and compete? Like, what is it about competition that pulls you?
I mean, basketball is just fun.
All right, just a heads up. That audio, that's coming from their end, not mine. So
between, before the game and last night when everybody was, trying to figure out if they were playing or not, for a second I was like, man, we got how many rotation guys? Bron, Jax, Rui, Doe, Gabe, Luka. Like, it's a lot of guys out. And, they told me to go play, so I go play.
You get this foot in the locker room.
you helped provide the perspective of it was all good just a week ago. What perspective, I guess, you guys didn't win a game on the trip, but what perspective can you have for the trip, and I guess what you guys can take away from it going back home?
We went 0-4, so it's a pretty bad trip. But like JJ said a week ago, everybody was like Lakers in 5, so we don't listen to any of it. We know when we're full, healthy, and got everybody on the team that we have a really good chance to beat anybody. So I just see this group, coming together, locking in on one common goal, and that's to win. And tonight, I think, is the biggest testament to that. Very shorthanded and went and played a really good basketball team with probably the best player in the world. And went toe to toe and had an opportunity to win it and just didn't execute the last 50 seconds. So I guess that's what you take positive.
All right, we'll stop right there. Keep things moving here. I want to do a couple things here. Let me throw this out here real quick. And as Austin Reaves is kind of trying to give the value of this 4-game road trip, here's the reality. The reality is they did go 0-4 in the road trip. Period. Like there's no way sugarcoating that. There's no way of kind of softening that landing. They went 0-4 in the road trip. I'm going to show you guys here, and we'll look at it together. By going 0-4, obviously from a standings perspective, what this eventually did to the Lakers. So I think I'm actually showing you guys the wrong screen here, but I'll go to it anyways. Standings for the Lakers, this is where they're at now. You lose 4 games in a row. So you got OKC. Denver's now 43-24. Houston's 42-25. So now that lead against the Golden State Warriors is just 3 games in the loss column because they've won 6 in a row, 9 of their last 10. Minnesota's doing work. They've won 7 in a row, 8 of their last 10. Team's right behind you. And I've had some people tell me on the chat here before, they've been like, hey, Slee, I actually am concerned they're going to fall into a play-in tournament spot. And I'm like, that ain't happening. There's way too much of a lead there that the Lakers, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I still don't think they're going to be in the play-in. I don't. I still think they're going to find a way to be one of these top 5 teams in the Western Conference, maybe 6 at the worst, but I still think that the Lakers, the reason why the losing 4 in a row, it's awful. It's terrible. But the one thing I'll continue to take away, they're not losing games because they're not talented enough and they're not good enough. They're losing games specifically because they don't have their guys. That's why they're losing. Don't get me wrong. The Brooklyn piece of it, that's the game that everybody kind of stands back and says, how the hell did you lose against Brooklyn? Luka was in that game. Austin Reaves was in that game. You can't lose that game. They did. That's a bad loss. I got no excuses for anybody. But at the worst, they should have gone 1-3 this road trip. That's what should have happened. Is they should have gone 1-3. That's what should have eventually happened. It didn't happen. They went 0-4. But I still think, and I think tonight is a little bit of an example of this, they're going to play tough in most of the games. They're going to work hard in most of the games. Effort is going to be there in most of the games. And I think that was part of the case tonight, but obviously didn't make it happen. So from a standings perspective, it obviously hurts them. But I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think the Lakers are in the worst position in the world. I just think this is their, obviously where they are right now. They will get healthy. And I think if they are healthy, and you got a number of guys right now you got a number of different players that are listed as day-to-day because of all of that. I still think the Lakers, once they start getting some of these guys back, just get Jackson Hayes back. Just get Rui Hachimura back. Even if you're not getting LeBron yet, just start getting some of the other guys. And I do feel like the Lakers could still close out the season strong and still put themselves in a position where, they could at least position themselves to potentially do some damage down in the playoffs. Now, I know a lot of people right now, the way they're looking at it, they're like, well, that ain't going to happen. But there's a reason why they're losing. We know the reason why they're losing. It's not because they're not talented. They're not good. They're not well coached. They don't give the effort. They don't believe. It's not for those reasons. So that to me is, I think, what gives me most promise about the position that the Lakers are in right now. All right, let's take a look at some of the comments here. 38 free throws, Denver to 16 LA, and lost by 5. What'd you guys think? Think that was an issue? You think, was it the free throw discrepancy? Do you think it was the referees tonight? I mean, honestly, I thought they had a chance even without all that. There were other areas that, from a team perspective, I thought the Lakers were good. I want to actually take a quick look at some of the team stats here. What's crazy is Denver still shot 52% from the field and 42% from the three-point line, and this thing was still a game. Why was it a game? Rebounding Lakers just completely out-hustled Denver. 47-39 in rebounding, 19-9 offensive rebounds to defensive rebounds. That's obviously big time right there. 32 assists for the Lakers. Only 9 turnovers for the Lakers was big as well. Where Lakers got beat up, fast break points and free throws. So, yeah, free throws, there's definitely a discrepancy. I think part of the free throws, I mean, who took predominantly most of those free throws? I'm assuming it's the same guys that always take them. How many did – I mean, Aaron Gordon taking 10 free throws, that sounds a little absurd. Jokic took 17 free throws. I guess that just comes with the territory, but Aaron Gordon took 10 free throws? I don't actually even remember that happening. Thank you for the super, brother. I appreciate it. People forget what a healthy LeBron can do in the playoffs. Got to be healthy. David Sabatini, playing game lock. Disagree. I'm going to go ahead and if I'm one that's they just got to get a couple of these guys back, and I think they could still hold their own weight. Now, Golden State's doing work, but even if Golden State pass you, doesn't mean you're in the playing tournament. You got Minnesota and some of these other teams that need to pass you. Minnesota's doing work as well. Here's another one here. That's the type of heart that we need to show for the last 17 games. Didn't expect to leave tonight optimistic about the rest of the year, but here I am. Would have found the W, but fantastic, or would have loved the W, but fantastic effort. No one's going to question the effort by any stretch of the imagination. Of course, nobody is. Phenomenal effort from all the guys. They had the game. They were so close to having that game. Let's get another one in here. Oz, almost happy with the almost win. AR getting better. Have a great weekend, guys. Oz, I appreciate the super, brother, and thank you for being a part of the chat. Big Sneed coming in. Big Sneed, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks again for the balances and dedicated coverage. Big Sneed, thank you, brother. 20 spot on this Friday night. Appreciate you very much, man. It's very nice of you to do that. Thank you to all the supers. Anybody that's a part of, by the way, even if you're not throwing supers, I appreciate you guys being a part of the chats. But if you threw a super, then I appreciate it just a little bit more than the ones that didn't throw a super. Right? See what I'm going there here? No, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody for being a part of the channel and the show. And Big Sneed, thank you very much for the super, brother. Very, very kind of you to do that. All right, let's see. Anybody else talking here? Next game for the Lakers. They got a couple interesting games coming up. Sunday, Phoenix. Phoenix going to be coming off a back-to-back. Let's see what the Suns are doing here. I know the Suns aren't good. I know that they're already talking about trading Kevin Durant after the trade deadline because they're so excited to do it all the way into the summer. Phoenix is 31-36, so they beat somebody. Oh, they beat Sacramento tonight. That's right. They beat Sacramento tonight. So they'll be coming to LA ready to go against the Lakers, and we'll see how that obviously goes. All right, let's take a listen to the other guy that was absolute man tonight was Dalton Knecht.
I mean, it did look like you took some pretty good impact on your back there, but you said that part feels okay. And
just ice, and then maybe a massage in the morning.
So Dalton, after you make that dunk, you guys go up 3 and have a chance to, with this improbable win, down 6 key guys, right? That Denver's fully healthy. How do you balance the pride in making it that close? You guys all playing well, and then kind of the disappointment of them executing out in the stretch and getting a win.
Yeah, just like you said, they executed, and we were short on guys, and we fought through that. They was up 10, they went on their runs, and we came right back, made the game close right away, and we just went out there and played our part, and they just executed at the end. So just got to watch film and learn.
Austin said he told you, every time you want to shoot. If it's 35 shots, go ahead. He wanted you to really feel that. What did he specifically say to you? What did you kind of take from that, and how do you feel like you played in the game with that mindset?
Yeah, AR tells me all the time. He texts me throughout my college career and gave me advice. And now we're on the same team. He's been pretty much my main bet I can go to and talk to all the time, and he has my back 100%. So having a guy like that he almost had 40, almost had a triple double. So having a guy like that to help me and to be super confident in me, it means a lot.
Well, how did it feel getting the start back home?
It felt good. Had tons of family and friends here, and I'm about to go see them after and say what's up.
I know you played here last month, kind of got that playing as a pro back in your home arena. Did it feel different today for you?
Always feels good to be back here. Played here twice in high school and twice in the pros, so always feels good to be back home.
Did you have to look up to mom and tell her you were good after that fall?
Oh yeah, I told mom. I gave my mom a thumbs up, so she knew. I knew she was worried, so I just gave her a thumbs up.
All right, that's Dalton Knecht. Phenomenal tonight. Dalton Knecht was really, really nice tonight. This is interesting. I didn't even notice this. Most rookie 30-point games in franchise history. Dalton Knecht already with a couple, and this is on, it's not like the guy's getting crazy minutes or anything like that. We know the type of start that he had to the Lakers season, and he's definitely been able to at least do his best to show that he can be an asset in this league, and just doing it from a rookie perspective is pretty damn impressive. So shout out to Dalton Knecht. I know for a lot of Laker fans, he's had such a weird season, such an interesting season, but still obviously doing everything he can to contribute for the Lakers. All right, let me give another shout out here real quick. I want to shout out our proud partner, our proud sponsor of the post-game show, the Sliwa show that I do in the mornings at 8 a.m. Shout out to Brad Wallace of the Wallace Firm. Big Laker fan, by the way. One of the best in the business. Let me tell you guys a little bit about him, what he does, and if he could be of service to you guys, I could certainly help make an introduction. If you are someone was in a serious injury, you should reach out to Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Let him walk you or a family member through your legal options. I'm sure it's a very intimidating and daunting process. You got to let an expert in the field help you, and certainly him and his team, they are experts in the field. I put our URL out here, wallacewins.com/Sliwa. wallacewins.com/Sliwa. If you want to get some more information, you could also get a free consultation there as well. Again, I hope you don't need the website. I hope you don't need me to make you a personal introduction, but I'll do it if you need me to. I hope you don't need him for your services, or you need his services, but life happens, things happen. And if you ever do, know that you have someone in the legal field that is a personal friend of mine and that could potentially help you. Again, the URL is wallacewins.com/Sliwa, wallacewins.com/Sliwa. And if you or someone close to you has been seriously injured or is dealing with a loss of a loved one, you should, of course, have the best in the business represent you. And Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm will definitely do that for everybody. So shout out to him for being a proud partner here and being a part of the show. All right, let's keep things moving here. A lot of comments that I know are out there, and I know a lot of Laker fans want to give their opinion, so I want to get to as many comments as possible here. All right, let's see what else we got here. Well, I got other people even saying shout out to the Wallace. Okay, there you go. There were a couple others out here. There were a couple comments that I highlighted. I want to just go back to and see if I could find it. Fourth loss in a row. Yep. Nope. We're where that one. I don't know why folks think Knecht could just be a good player in the league. Bro, dude is a triple-level scoring threat. Shaking my head. Yeah, I will tell you this. one of the things about his game that I like so much, like how he could get to the basket. By the way, the guy's got sneaky. He gets up. This isn't a guy that's trying to finesse around the basket. Gets aggressive to the basket. Some of the best highlight dunks that I've seen this year from the Lakers. Dalton Knecht's got a couple of those. He is a nice player. He really is. And his predicament and situation this year is all over the place. All the hype he was getting when he got drafted. Oh my God, I can't believe Lakers stole him at 17. Comes in and right out the gate is performing like a rookie of the year candidate. Then comes back and now is trying to contribute again. This is not a normal, typical season for a rookie, and he's doing all this on the platform and the stage of the Lakers. So we obviously know what that means. All right, let's get a couple more here. Knecht is a keeper. DK almost posterized Aaron Gordon. Yeah, he's had moments like that. He's had moments like that. It's not the first time. Hopefully the Celtics can make it past the Cavs to get in the finals. Anthony, I don't know if you're referring to seeing the Lakers and the Celtics in the finals together. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cavs in that one. Take my chances in that regard. Now, let's get a couple more comments here. See if anybody else is talking too. Can't believe Lakers slipped to 5th in the West. You lose 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row in the Western Conference, you're going to slip. That's going to happen. Yeah, DK took a bad fall. Really, really bad fall. That was nothing good from that perspective. Blessing in disguise. I think people are talking about the trade that never happened. 5-0 homestand coming up. You don't need to go 5-0. We got to go 2-2 in the next 4 at least. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Now it's kind of like, all right, well, I think you got to get these next 2. And let's put it this way. If you didn't get the next 2, you got to find a way to split the next 4. I don't care how the hell you get it, but something's got to happen here. Something's got to give. I mean, if Sunday they can get a win, that would go a long way for this Lakers team if they can win on Sunday against Phoenix. Be healthy, be ready to go, play hard, kind of do what they do. I like the way the Lakers, they play so physical and they play so hard on the defensive side. I think that's a big advantage for them against the Phoenix Suns because it doesn't really feel like that's Phoenix's mantra by any stretch of the imagination. So something to keep in mind there. Okay, let's get one more interview in here. Shake Milton is talking. Let's take a quick listen. Haven't really heard from him this year.
Disappointment of Denver coming back and winning down the stretch.
I mean, there's no moral victories or anything like that. We played a game to win the game, so guys are disappointed. At the same time, a lot of guys were also, there was an opportunity for some guys to get in there and play. And I think above all else, we just wanted to show that we could play hard and play together and give ourselves a fighting chance. Thank you.
Individually, I'm sure it's difficult to come in and try to find a rhythm when you're only getting a couple shots up, right, in a minor bench role. What was it like for you today to just get a couple more minutes, get a chance to get some shots up, find a rhythm, and kind of show what you can do in that way?
I felt good. I mean, this is what you prepare for, whether you're playing or not, is constantly putting work in to be ready for whatever opportunity you get. And tonight I just try to go out there and be aggressive and have fun, honestly, like let us game. So, just go out there and have fun, try to win.
Shake, you mentioned no moral victories, but it did feel like recapturing some of that, like, kind of frantic energy this team has played with is important. Did you feel like after this road trip, particularly the Brooklyn game, that you guys needed to really get back to playing sort of your style?
I think a little bit. Personally, I feel like, we didn't play with a lot of juice this trip. I think, tonight we definitely play with more juice, and you could definitely see that energy and feel that energy throughout the bench and stuff like that. So I think being able to bottle that up and take that back to LA and, really hit the ground running, because we got a couple sets of back-to-backs coming up as well. So I think for us, that's important, to be able to go out there and feel it, see what it feels like, and bottle it up and continue doing it.
All right, we'll stop it right there, kind of keep things rolling. Go back to what we were just talking about. Is it just me, or does Sunday's game seem so critical for the Lakers? Does it not seem like the bleeding has got to stop on Sunday? when you're at home against a Phoenix Suns team that's 5 games below 500. I don't think Phoenix likes playing. I don't think they like playing teams like the Lakers. Play hard, play tough, gritty, always seem like they're hungry, outwork you. That doesn't seem like Phoenix's DNA. Phoenix is like, we showed up. If things are working out, things are working out. If it's not working out, what are you going to do? What are you, that's literally how I feel like the Phoenix Suns play basketball. The Lakers don't, but that doesn't mean that their talent can't be good enough to go off and get them a W against the Lakers on Sunday. It seems like it is so critical for the Lakers to win on Sunday. That just feels like a big game for the Lakers on Sunday, because if you can get that win, now you're kind of like, all right, whatever anybody else did in the Western Conference, we held serve. Out on, obviously on Monday night, you got the San Antonio Spurs. It's like there's a couple more days that gone by, you held serve. And then maybe one or two guys start coming back, and the lineup is starting to look a little bit more like it was when they did go on that 20 and 20 of 24. But Sunday is feeling like it's a critical game. Very, very critical game. And Phoenix is all over the place. One night they'll look good. Another night they won't. Let's see what their stats were tonight in the game against Sacramento. Just more out of curiosity. This was a home game for them. Let's see what they did. KD, 22. Devin Booker, 22 with 13 assists. Bradley Beal, 15. Dunn got you 16. So they got 20 from Tyus Jones off the bench. Got to get Sunday. Got to get Sunday. All right, let's take a look at some of these comments, and then we're going to call it a day as well. By the way, I had a comment on Instagram. Slee, what do you think the chances are we keep Reaves? I'm thinking he's getting the bag and will walk. Carson, I appreciate that comment. Just to give you, while the Shake Milton interview was going on, just so you know, got him under contract for next year, and then the following year he's got a player option. He's going to get the bag. I think the Lakers will do absolutely everything they can to make sure that he's still part of the Lakers, period. I think they'll do everything they can. They love Austin Reaves. And by the way, why wouldn't you? Reaves has done everything he can to, obviously be a contributor for the Lakers. Kind of came out of nowhere. For him to have this amount of success, I'm not surprised that the Lakers would try to do everything they can to keep him. All right, let's take a look at some more comments here. All right, you know what? Let's do it. I'm going against the rules here. Do a little roll call tonight. Get a little roll call. Where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. City, state, country. I don't care. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'll read a couple more of these comments. We'll do roll call, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Probably a scheduled loss. Probably, trying to think more big picture here. Phoenix beat the Kings. They'll play well against the Lakers. Won't know till we see who's going to be available to play on Sunday. I think what will happen on Sunday, you'll probably just continue not to have Jackson Hayes, Rui, and LeBron. But if you got your other guys, I mean, at this point, tell you what, if it's a 5-game losing streak, then whoever the hell was telling me that they're going to end up potentially being out of the back into the play-in, maybe you got a better argument than I have. AR tries to do too much sometimes. Yeah, that happens. I know there's some moments where he forces some things, and he's got to kind of have a proper balance, a better balance. But Lakers are going to need Austin Reaves to be good. They're going to need him to be a really, really good player with LeBron and with Luka Doncic if they're going to make noise in the postseason. That's just kind of the reality of the situation. All right, let's look here. They have to beat the bad teams. They have to. And Ernie, to go to your point, you know who's a bad team? The Phoenix Suns. They're not a good team. You can't be 5 games below 500 and still fighting for a play-in against the Dallas Mavericks, who have 39 guys that are injured. All right. Read a couple more of these here. Art of War. Can't believe I'm doing this. You know the rules. I don't do this when they lose. It's okay. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've done it. Why isn't everyone happy? This was a great game and showed the fight this team has with only one starting lineup. Let me tell you why. It's not that they're not happy. It's just we all thought with 51 seconds left, we're like, Lakers are about to beat Denver. And then Denver went on an 8-0 run, and we did everything wrong to lose the game. That's why, if that helps. Rosita, California, thank you for tuning in. Anaheim in the house, I appreciate it. San Francisco in the house. The LBC, Rochester, New York. North Hollywood, California, thank you for tuning in. Look, Kansas City in the house. Utah, welcome. South Bay, 310, thank you. Peru in the house. You know what? Forget everybody else. Peru, thank you for being here. Little Italy, Colorado. When I think Little Italy, I think Colorado. Little Italy, Colorado in the house. Reaves will get a big raise. He's going to get paid. Cincinnati, Ohio, thank you for tuning in. AR missed a lot of dumps. He mentioned it. How long? Or he mentioned it in his interview with about 20-something seconds left. He missed a key shot. Toronto, thank you for tuning in. Zion Market. That's a market in San Diego. It's a phenomenal market. Thank you for tuning in. Go get your groceries done. San Diego, thank you for being a part of the show. San Diego just goes right to the front of the line. Okay? Silver Strand, State Beach, and Coronado, right to the front of the line. Thank you for being a part of the show. Fortuna, California. I don't know if I said it right. LBC in the house, thank you. Somebody's drinking some bourbon. Enjoy it. NoHo in the building. Let's see what else we got here. Kona, Hawaii. Originally Los Feliz. Okay, there you go. There you go. At one point, we were sort of neighbors. I was in Silver Lake area. SoCal in the house. Riverside, California. San Antonio. Thank you for being a part of the show. Anaheim. Let's see what else we got here. F the Nuggets. Win or lose, go Lakers. I understand when everyone and their mom is injured, though. A lot of injuries. North Hollywood, thank you for being a part of the show. Yeah, a lot of injuries. L is in L, 4 straight losses. Can't argue that. Ohio, thank you for being a part of the show. OKC in 5. Lakers overrated. What is this guy doing? I mean, Tim, can you be more of an idiot? Come on the chat and just have like a good conversation. Like, it's okay. Yeah, all caps. I'm a tough guy. For what? Just, I don't want to ban people. Do I got to ban you? You got to be that much of an idiot? Just come on here and hang out. I don't know what to do with people like this. I don't know what to do with them. It's like I'm at a bar and the guy that's trying to pick a fight here with everybody. What is he doing? Enjoy your beer. You're drinking a beer, have a glass of wine. If I see an idiot like that, I'll say, let me get you a beer. Tim, what are you doing? I don't know what to do with these people. Sitting at home like this. And then flexing on the mirror. I don't get it. I don't get it. I have no idea. I don't want to freaking put people in timeout or tell them to shut the hell up. But Tim, shut the hell up. All right, let's keep going here. Glendora in the house. Moreno Valley in the house. Glendale, California. You want some good Middle Eastern food? Get out to Glendale, California. Johannesburg, South Africa. Phenomenal. That's awesome. Thank you for being in the show. Born in Hollywood, living in Anaheim. Thank you for being in the show. Virginia in the house. Celtics are the best team. Charles, I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to argue with you. Can't argue until they lose in the playoffs. If you're the defending champs, still going to run through the Boston Celtics. Can't argue with you. Now, I wish LeBron didn't get injured in that game with, 6:45 left to go. San Jose, Costa Rica. Appreciate it. Someone's at SoFi. Okay, do your thing. Seattle, Washington recently moved from Pasadena. Okay, all right. What's Tim doing? Tim, the hell's going on here? It's like everybody's having a good time. And then Tim throws a beer on somebody. What the hell are you doing? Oh, Timmy. Oh, Timmy. My guy. Philippines, thank you for being a part of the show. All right, let's keep going here. Albuquerque in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. An idiot. I actually want to give Tim my phone number. And I would say, Tim, let's have a conversation. Let's sit back. Let's find out what's going on inside. What's the real issue going on inside, Tim? I'm here to help you. Oh, Timmy. Estonia, thank you for being a part of the show. Just want to put my arm around Tim, you know? Good old Timmy. All right, let's see what else we have. That's pretty funny, actually. Now that I think about it, now I actually appreciate Tim coming on here and doing that. Tim gave me something to talk about. I think we got everybody in. All right, I think we're done. I think that's a solid show tonight. What did we go? 55? Jesus, Lord. Thought I was going to do 40. 55 with everybody. Okay, Nuggets over the Lakers, 131-126. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm going to do one last thing here. I'm going to plug my MVP membership here real quick. If you guys want to be a member, there's a link right there. It's $3 a month. It's a great way to support the channel. Tomorrow, I'll put out some content exclusively for members. I've told people that. Put out some questions last week about guests that people would like to have me on. So if you're a member, I'm going to put out some more content tomorrow. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Appreciate you guys hanging out for as much as you guys did. Lakers lose to the Denver Nuggets, 131-126. We'll sneak in a couple here. Temple City in the house. All right, got another one there. Lakers back in action coming up on Sunday, 12:30 after the game. We'll get back on as well. Preview video coming up from Sammy tomorrow. I'll do something for members tomorrow as well. Nick A., welcome to the squad, buddy. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday night. We'll get back with you guys on Sunday after the Lakers take on the Phoenix Suns. It's a W. They're beating Phoenix on Sunday. I don't know what you guys want me to tell you. They're getting a W against the Phoenix Suns or against the Phoenix Suns on Sunday. Timmy. Oh, Timmy. Somebody find Timmy. We'll see you guys.